Hi, welcome to those of you who've been hanging with me some time, and welcome to those of you who are new to my channel. I'm Adele Levine, intuitive and medium. All right, guys, so we're going to get into this subject, but I just wanted to do a couple announcements. One, I ended my 50% off of all my readings, and I wanted to do a little special announcement about what I'm going to do for those of you who have been supporting me and following me here on YouTube. I did the 50% off during this pandemic and during this hard time for a little over a year now. And so I have closed it. However, because I don't monetize my videos and I am a reader and this is what I do classes, I want to offer a 30% off of my readings for you guys who've been watching me here on YouTube. So if you put in the code TUBE, T-U-B-E, you'll get the 30% off of all my readings. If you want to pass it to people who, you say, hey, I follow this girl and I follow this girl, I follow this lady who's a medium, I'm fine with that. I'm totally fine with it. This isn't like I have some weird thing like only those and you have to like click and share. I'm not really doing that. I am just really kind of offering this for people on here because you have supported me on here. Some of you follow me on Instagram. You won't see me posting this on Instagram. I'm only going to be posting this on YouTube, which is why the code is going to be called TUBE. It's my way of saying, listen, this is kind of like a give and take situation. So in other words, I'm giving you a break on my readings and you're supporting what I do, which is kind of more the way I like to work. So you can share it with other people. I really don't care. I'm just putting it on my YouTube for a reason because it is a little different than when people are just scrolling past on like an Instagram, which I totally appreciate all the support there. But I kind of feel like this is a little more of like, you guys are taking your time to like watch a whole video and things like that. So I appreciate all the support you've given me. And this is my way of showing it. And it's just the way I work. So just throw in the code TUBE when you go to my website and you go to book. There'll be a point where you can put in the code. This is only good for all the readings, not for gift certificates or anything. So I hope you guys enjoy that. The other thing I wanted to let you know is I'm doing a class on intention candles, and I'm really excited about this. I also put out a kit. This is the kit, which I'm very excited about, but you can see on my Instagram a little more detailed. It has the candle made of soy and palm. It has a carving tool. It has three things of glitter and oil. You don't have to get the kit to come to my class. I am just providing these kits for people who've been wanting them, and you can get them. And I'm really excited. You can go on my website for that too. All right. Let's get to the subject at hand, shall we? So I have gone down, and this is like, I'm using my little magical guy, just kind of, reverted back to him. I've gone down different rabbit holes. There's been different rabbit holes that have come up doing these videos. And one of them has been, I did the Starseed video, which people came out and said, oh, actually, I started off with Star Child, which is what I kind of, came into this world of spiritual world hearing about. But things have evolved over time into the Starseed, which I did a video about, which evolved to lucid dream. Well, actually, no, that's lucid dreaming is today. It evolved to changing your reality, which I did a video about, and now here we are at lucid dreaming. So I wanted to explain and break down lucid dreaming. So lucid dreaming is not changing your reality. People had said to me like, oh, are people just kind of using their imagination, or people who are thinking they're changing their reality are really talking about lucid dreaming? Lucid dreaming is dreaming. You are dreaming. You're in a dream and you are conscious that you're in a dream, and you're like, you know what? I, saw a red door and now I want it to be a white door, or some monster was chasing me and now I'm going to magically turn it into Disneyland or something. It's the concept that you realize that you are dreaming and you're going to control the dream. Sound kind of exciting, right? I just want to be clear that it is not astral projection. It is not astral traveling. It is not remote viewing. It is not an out-of-body experience. It is dreaming. you are dreaming. You are definitely having a dream and you are aware of it. Now, has this happened to me? I've had it happen to me a few times, actually. I've had it happen to me where I realized I was dreaming and I wanted to make a change. However, it isn't my really go-to. My go-to has always been flying, and in my dreams, I kind of knew in this place I was able to fly, but it wasn't like I was conscious that I was awake or asleep. I just cared about the flying, which I've been doing since I was a kid. Let me know in the comments below. Have you had the experience of lucid dreaming where you know you're dreaming, you are very aware you're dreaming, but you are going to change the dream? So in other words, you're being chased down and you're going to go, I'm not going to be chased down because I'm dreaming, and I'm going to turn it into something else. That is lucid dreaming. So let me know if you've had this experience where you've been able to change your dreams. Now, I've had this experience a few times. It's been kind of cool. Where I realized that I'm dreaming. I'm not sure if I exactly had changed the dream, but I did realize I was dreaming, and you wake yourself up. I'm sure people have had that. That's not really lucid dreaming. And I've also had experiences where I know that I'm in a dream, so I'm not afraid and I'm not upset. Lately, it's become more and more like this, where I'm in a dream and things are happening and I'm able to take control of what's happening, or I'm just not afraid because I'm realize that I'm dreaming. So lucid dreaming is an awesome thing that you can look up and find a lot of great information about it here and on YouTube, but also in books and things like that. But you want to find someone who really knows what you're talking about. If you hear the noise, that is not a lucid dream. That is a lot of noise outside my window. But they have books on it. But when you're going to look into the research, make sure you find someone who has studied psychologically, the psychology, the mind and how the mind works, neurological of the mind and things like that. So you want to find someone who basically understands, because this is not like the spirit coming out of the body. This isn't astral projection. This isn't a spirit experience. This is actually much more of kind of almost a science type of phenomenon, sort of. Some people might call it pseudoscience. I'm not sure, but it's the idea that you're able to control the dream. So I feel like it is a lot different than you're kind of outside your body and you're doing astral projection and you're having these spiritual experiences. This is very much you controlling something with your mind. There's exercises people teach, like counting the fingers on your hand, touching your hand, grabbing your hand, pinching yourself so you know if you're dreaming or not. There's all kinds of fun tricks about this that people practice. So it is something you can practice and hone and practice in your home. It is not something you're using to shift the reality of this world that you're in. It is literally just the idea of, when I go to dream, can I change and be aware of my dream and change the outcome and the things that are happening in my dream? So just be clear that this isn't one of those things about the spirit traveling. And just to put a little point on that, I've seen people say things like astral travel and doing all these things, like something can slip into your body while you're doing all these things. You guys be careful. No, that's really, really fantastical and movie-esque version of those things, but it really isn't like you're leaving your body either. It's a conscious state. It's an energy. It is you astral travel. And I did a video on it, is walking around this place. So walking around your house, walking around inside or outside your house. It is very much about this place. It isn't like you're literally going out of your body and now your body's just empty. If that was the case, you wouldn't, I don't know, be alive. So it's not about that. It's the idea that there's a body, spirit, which is the energy of the body, which is also the consciousness and all that. Lucid dreaming is strictly about dreaming and changing your dreams and manipulating your dreams, which is super fascinating, super awesome. And there are people who master it and master it and master it. But again, make sure you get information from people who are experts at this, who have practices, who understand the ins and outs of this, not someone who said, hey, last night I changed my dream and did a video on it for 10 seconds on TikTok or on here or something like that. You want someone who really understands the knowledge and the science behind it, you know, so to speak. And that's what I would go with. So it is a cool idea. It is a cool concept, and it is something that people practice. Some people do it very naturally. I know people who have just done it very naturally, and it comes innate to them. And some people practice it and hone it. And I do feel like it's one of those things you can learn, like what I've talked about with remote viewing, which I've already done a video on before you guys ask me. So just to be clear, lucid dreaming is not changing the reality of this place because you're obviously in a dream. What I was saying in the last video about changing reality is that people were saying in your lucid dreaming, can you then, this is what some people are saying, shift your whole reality through the dream, and now you wake up and boom, that dream that you had a control over has become reality. No. Although I did have an interesting dream the other day, actually I think last night for doing this video, that I was in a video game. What is that? And that I was going to be able to, like, I knew in the moment, like anything that happens in this video game wasn't going to be real. Maybe that's the beginnings of something, meaning like maybe it's part of the lucid dreaming. That's kind of what I felt because I was also obviously thinking about doing this video. So stay grounded, you guys, and don't get too caught up down too many rabbit holes that take you nowhere. Make sure it does connect into something that feels solid. Thank you guys so much. I wanted to let you know I just put out a new podcast episode right here with Marcy Giroux. She is with, she's been on the Bigfoot Collectors Club a ton. She has her own podcast, A Funny Feeling and Kardashian It. She is a writer and an actress, and she tells stories of spirits in her house and how she deals with them, and even an invader in her house. And I tell a story of my demon story that I never really told too many people. So you can hear that on my latest podcast. Check out my Instagram because there's some cool announcements that I've been making about some other things you guys have asked me about. If you go and see that, it has to do with WM. And if you guys are a follower of that, you'll know what I'm talking about. Thank you guys so much. Follow yourself, follow no one, listen to your inner voice, and I'll see you guys soon.